92. What title does Satan give himself?
God.
93. Will you define the word white?
White means purity, purity means God, and God means ruler of the land.
Who named you coming
94. So whom do...
By who power?
There's a little something about you that you started.
Is what?
Subscribe to the Unconquered Tribe. You are now live with
Quite unusual here. I've travelled to a lot of Islam.
For the gifted and the elect.
Quite unusual here. I've travelled to a lot of Islamic countries, but in Morocco here, don't assume that you can go in the mosques. The mosques are closed to non-Muslims. There's one exception that I know of, and that's the big mosque in Casablanca, which incidentally is a must visit. That is a truly wonderful sight. But anywhere else, do not try and go in. You'll be promptly shown out. Just the way it is, their culture, we have to accept that. And coming on from that, of course, Friday is the Islamic holy day. So expect a lot to be closed. Morocco is quite a strictly Islamic country, really. So the Medinas, even like the ancient Medina of Fez or Marrakesh, most stuff is going to be closed on a Friday. You're not going to see much life there. So expect that. If you're here on a Friday, make other plans. Don't try and visit the Fez Medina on a Friday. You'll be wasting your time. You won't see the life of it. And also, relating to Islam, the call to prayer is taken very seriously here, so show your respects to it. You'll note that if you're in a cafe or a bar or something like that, the music will go off for the call to prayer. Activity will slow down. That's expected. That's the way things are done. So also just take a calm moment, step back, respect it.
All right, one at a time, y'all. We got the Incredible Hulk in the building. What's up, man?
Oh, shit.
Peace to the tribes, peace to the tribes. Put some gems in the chat if you can hear me loudly and clearly. We're gonna get this thing started, man.
I want you to do your research and spread truth, which is liberation. People are living lies. Our history has been completely changed in order to meet the lies of this country.
Really nothing but an antisocial gangster. He is a sort of gangster, you know, because this is a gangster story. But a gangster with a difference, because this is a gangster with a conscience.
All right, one at a time, y'all. We got the Incredible Hulk in the building. What's up, man?
Oh, shit. I am going to and fro the earth, seeking whom I may devour. I am going to and fro the earth, seeking whom I may devour. I am going to and fro the earth, seeking whom I may devour. 76.
Who named you coming in?
Has he finished his task of devouring? Yes.
Is what?
I am going to and fro the earth, seeking whom I may devour. 76.
I see dead people.
Has he finished his task of devouring? Yes. 77. When was his time declared out? When he nailed Jesus on the cross. 78. What were the last words Jesus uttered? It is finished. 79. What did he have reference to? He had reference to the end of Satan. 80. Did Jesus say he will return to conquer him? Yes. 81. What is the name of the person to whom Jesus was first reincarnated? Prophet Muhammad, the Conqueror. 82. Prophet Muhammad, the Conqueror. 82. Was Satan to be bound then? Satan was to be bound in part. 83. When was the head of Satan taken off? 1453, Byzantine. 84. By whom? By Muhammad.
And it's known as written that the righteous
Name
shall
some of the
inherit the
marks that
kingdom
were
of
put
God,
in
the
the
earth.
of Northwest
And the wicked
by the
shall be shaken
European
out.
nations in 1774. Negro, black, colored, and Ethiopian. 86. What is meant by the word Negro? Negro, a name given to a river in West Africa by the Moors because it contained black water.
Who named you
87.
coming in?
What is meant
By
by the
who
word
power?
black? Black, according to science,
Is what?
means death. 88. What does the word colored mean? Colored means anything that has been painted, stained, varnished, or dyed. 89. What does Ethiopian mean? Ethiopian means anything. Excuse me. 89. What does Ethiopian mean? Ethiopian means something divided. 90. Can a man be Negro, black, colored, or Ethiopian? No. 91. Why? Because man is made in the image and after the likeness of God, Allah. 92. What title does Satan give himself? God. 93. Will you define the word? 92. What title does Satan give himself? God.
What is real? How do you define real?
And that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
Hey, but I'm Morse American, brother.
You who?
I'm a Morse American.
Who?
I'll do your homework on Morse, brother.
Moist?
Nah, man.
A moist American is crazy.
Peace to the tribes, peace to the tribes. You know the vibes. It is I, the inevitable, the incredible Hawk. Dope black coke and heroin. Sheesh. The last Saracen. And this is Hawk School for the Gifted and the Elect, and we're broadcasting live from the emphatically immaculate Republic of Atlantis. Stop the music, stop the music, stop the music. So, is Moorish nationality helping or hurting the so-called Black American, the so-called Negro, the so-called American Indian? We're going to take a look today, all right? We're just going to do it real laid back, all right? Let everybody speak for themselves. We'll let them speak for themselves, all right?
Hey, but I'm Morse American, brother.
You who?
I'm a Morse American.
Who?
I'll do your homework on Morse, brother.
Moist?
Nah, man.
A moist American is crazy.
I feel the rain. I feel the rain. I feel the rain. I feel the rain. It's raining all over me. I'm moist. I'm moist. Call and response, I said I'm moist. I'm moist. Good God, I'm moist. I'm moist. Yes, I am. Rain all over me. I'm saturated.
We've covered this sovereign citizen before.
So why do we have to go through that, bro?
But now we've uncovered another attempt to outlawyer the cops. Let's see what happens when his fantasy world meets cold reality.
Okay, so I'm violating your right. Get out of the vehicle.
The initial stop was for driving without a tag.
Hold on, wait, stop the
But
video,
these
stop
Broward
the video. He's doing what to his what? He violating his bites. Have you ever had your bites violated? All right? Because that's what we're here to do. All right? We're not here to choose sides. Moist American is crazy. All right, we're just gonna see what's going on, because now that we have, beyond a shadow of a doubt, shown and proved that the culture being practiced by this group is not the culture of Islam or the culture of the American Indian. Now, I would like to look into this legal matter. All right, dealing with their legal know-how. Respectfully. And so I guess we'll just start here. Make sure you share the live stream, all right? Smash the like, and we just gonna kick back and observe.
Why do we have to go through that, bro?
But now we've uncovered another attempt to outlawyer the cops. Let's see what happens when his fantasy world meets cold reality.
Okay, so I'm violating your right. Get out of the vehicle.
Hold on. His rights have been violated. His bites have been violated. Now, I personally think that's a violation of your bites just in itself, all right? But what I have noticed about this group is they have been specifically placed in certain places to create disruptions, all right? Because as we know, they're under the, what are these guys called? They're under the, let's get this guy out of here, all right? The Knights, right? The Knights. The Order of the Knights Hospital, all right, of St. John of Jerusalem, all right? This is who all these guys are under, all right? Pope Gregory looking ass, all right? Knights of Jerusalem, Knights of England, Knights Gate, all right? Knights of Rhodes, right? In the 15th century, the Knights fought frequently with Barbary pirates, also known as Ottoman corsairs, all right? So it's not who you think, all right? Knights of Malta, we already know they kidnapped the Ethiopian king's son, right? And they still got his bones still over there. Knights of Castle of Rhodes, all right? Knights of Malta. And this is who, you know, overthrew everything, all right? This is who these guys are under, all right? But I don't want to get too far down that rabbit hole just yet, all right? Because it is very interesting, all right? It's very interesting. Circassians of all sorts. Let's do a little vocabulary, all right? Sheikh, a head of an Arab family, also a head of a Muslim religious order, and later also a general title of respect, 1570, from Arabic sheikh. Chief, literally old man, from base shaka, to grow old. All right.
All right, one at a time, y'all. We got the Incredible Hulk in the building. What's up, man?
Oh, shit.
How about we do a little more vocabulary? Let's get really spooky. All right. This is from the Paradise Etymological Dictionary, and they have a theory about America. All right. Pertaining to America, especially the United States. American, a native of America, the earliest appearance of the name America for this particular landmass dates from 1507. It appears on a world map made by the German cartographer, all right? Blah, blah, blah. Explains that the name was derived from the Latinized version of the Italian explorer Amerigo Vespucci's name, Americus Vespucius, all right, in its feminine form, which is odd. But we already know where Latin comes from now, so I'll continue to read. America, as the other continents, all have Latin feminine names. Interesting. But Vespucci's role in the naming issue, like his exploratory activity, is unclear and most probably a tale. Some sources say that he was unaware of the widespread use of his name to refer to the new landmass. Others hold that he promulgated a story, that he made a secret voyage westward and sighted land in 1491, a year before Columbus. If he did indeed make such claims, they backfired and only served to prolong the ongoing debate on whether the quote-unquote Indies, I said the Indies, were really a new land or just an extension of Asia. Let's zoom in. All right, we don't want any confusion. Put some gems in the chat. All right, if you can see the Indies. All right, plain and clear here. All right, I'll continue to read, and then we'll get back to these laws at work apparently. All right. It says, thus America should really have. Now, I digress. We'll start from the top here. If he did indeed make such claims, they backfired and only served to prolong the ongoing debate on whether the quote-unquote the Indies were really a new land or just an extension of Asia. Even Dr. Basil Cottle, author of the Dictionary of Surnames, 1967, points out new countries or continents are never named after a person's first name, always after their second name, with the exception of some places named after the first names of monarchs or princes, such as Carolina. Thus, America should really have become Vespucci land, or Vespucia. Christopher Columbus, who had first brought the region's existence to the attention of Renaissance era voyagers, had died in 1506, believing to the end that he discovered and colonized part of India and could not protest. Now, of course, we know this is a newer book, and we know India didn't exist till 1947. I will continue to read. A few alternative theories regarding the landmass naming have been proposed, but none of them has achieved any widespread acceptance. Another theory, all right, because these are all theories, folks, and we're not selecting one. All we're doing is bringing your attention to the many theories that one can bring about when it comes to the naming of the continent. Another theory, first proposed by a Bristol antiquarian naturalist Alfred Hudd in 1908, was that America is derived from Richard Amarique, a merchant from Bristol who is believed to have financed John Cabot's voyage of discovery from England to Newfoundland in 1497, as found in some documents from Westminster Abbey a few decades ago. Oh, interesting. All right, a few decades ago, folks. And of course, we know all these guys are all knights of this same order. All right, they're arguing at the lodge about who's going to steal these niggas' gold. All right, that's the argument. I digress. All right, I said I wasn't going to do heavy reading this Sunday. I want y'all to chill. We got some videos to watch, but I will continue to read this. However, this is also far-fetched theory because English explorers were never clearly mentioned in the discovery prior to Columbus, nor Bristol in particular ever mentioned as a launching pad for such exploration. Unlike Bristol, Lisbon and West African coasts were more suitable for seafaring across Atlantic Ocean because of better direction and speeds of wind. Furthermore, while the land discovered is called after the merchant Richard Amarique and not after the explorer who discovered it, John Cabot, so America should then be called Cabisha or Cabot land. A third and perhaps preferable possibility, hardly known to Western historians, may be a medieval Arabian origin of America's name from 11th century. In that time, Spain was under the rule of quote-unquote Moorish Muslims, and among them important military leaders were Wadha el-Amiri, 1009 to 1013, and Zohar al-Amiri, 1018 to 1041. All right, now y'all make sure to share the live stream because all of this reading it runs off all the rodents. All right, and we'll get to the good stuff in just a minute. I digress. I said in that time, Spain was under the rule of Moorish Muslims, and among them important military leaders were Wadha el-Amiri, 1009 to 1013, and Zohar al-Amiri, 1018 to 1041, both Arabized seafarers, native from Adriatic islands of Dalmata, I believe that says. In 11th century, they organized the Moorish oceanic expeditions across Atlantic to oversee quote-unquote Westlands in Moorish Ard Mahula, meaning unknown territory, folks. All right, so again, we see this Terra Incognita, all right? And this is where he says he's going. He's going to unknown territory. Let's just pull that up, all right, so we can just get them a refresher, all right? Terra Incognita, unknown territory, all right? You'll find this on the maps. Used in cartography for regions that have not been mapped or documented, all right? And this is why they had trouble finding us, all right? Dragons on the map. Don't go over there, all right? Don't go there. The dragons are going to get you, all right? I do this. In the 11th century, they organized the Moorish oceanic expedition across Atlantic to overseas Westland and Moorish Ard Mahula, meaning unknown territory. These expeditions, you might want to write that down. These expeditions then were described also by the medieval Arabian historian Al-Idrisi, 1099 to 1166. Of course, there's another more plausible Arabic theory that when the waves of African and Arab Muslims arrived and met peacefully with Red Indian chiefs, and of course, they're going to tell the story in reverse, as they always do. All right, we'll continue to do our diligent research. All right.
All right, one at a time, y'all. We got the Incredible Hulk in the building. What's up, man?
Goes on to say that, of course, there is another more plausible Arabic theory that when the waves of African and Arab Muslims arrived, and again, all right, we've already did the build, the written in stone, all right, and the balloon cord fly higher bill we did, all right, where we know that Arabic is ancient in the Americas, all right. So let's not forget that as we continue to read. Of course, there is another more plausible Arabic theory that when the waves of African and Arab Muslims arrived and met peacefully with Red Indian chiefs, Muslims referred to them as Amoroka or Amirokam or Amiral Makan, literally your Amir, Arabic Amir, ruler or chief, or the chief of the area, since Amir or Emir is the title given it. In the East and in North Africa to all independent chieftains and also to descendants of Muhammad, all right? Emirate, the office, jurisdiction, or state of an emir. Thus, most likely, Red Indians misunderstood Amiroka or Amirokam, all right? Why did the Indians misunderstand their own language, all right?
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Interesting. Thus, most likely, Red Indians misunderstood Amoroka or Amirokam or Amiral Makan for the land they inhabited, then their chiefs, and most probably the word later was twisted to America. See also Wikipedia websites under Naming America, all right? Well, let's go check it out, why don't we? All right, let's go see what it says. All right, naming customs of Hispanic America, naming customs. Do we really want to get lost in naming laws right now? All right, let's get back to some video, something a little more entertaining, if you will. All right, this should be fun.
The initial stop was for driving without a tag light, but these Broward County officers would soon find a tag light to be the least of their worries.
Stop the video. Now, why is this important, Hawk School? All right, why do we need to see this? Because what I've realized is these once secrets that were held and used to manipulate the laws to one's benefit on the land of the American Indian, these laws were supposed to be a secret, as well as this secret jinn worship, all right, this whole Kabbalah thing, and we'll get into that later, all right? But first I want you to see the effects of this so-called magic on our people, all right? Because a lot of these people are targeted, all right, because they're in a bad situation, if you will, all right, or maybe they made the wrong choices in their youth out of haste, and now it's following them, all right? But and that's what we're really going to determine are these ways of traveling, I should say, for lack of better terms, all right? Are these methods and means of traveling through the land, are they benefiting us? Are these people benefiting us, all right? Because you're using Islam to shield your dirty religion, in the words of Elijah Muhammad. Respectfully.
And it's known, it's written, that the righteous shall inherit the kingdom of God, the earth. And the wicked shall be shaken out.
Let me have your driver license and your registration. Huh?
Don't have driver license, don't have registration. What do you think?
You don't have driver license, you don't have registration, so what are you doing?
Jurisdiction. I don't drive. I travel.
Sovereign citizens will often claim that they are in travel status and not driving, arguing that driving is a commercial activity. Relying on this reasoning, sovereign citizens will often forge their own driver's licenses, license plates, and other official documents.
Council jurisdiction, man.
Okay, do me a favor, get out of the vehicle.
No.
Turn off the car and get out of the vehicle. Turn off the car and get out of the vehicle.
You really gonna violate me right here?
Yes. Turn off the car and get out of the vehicle, sir. This is the last time that I'm gonna ask you for it.
I gave you my national identification card, man.
Get out of the vehicle, sir.
You're really violating the national.
You need a Florida driver license, not this.
I don't drive, sir.
Okay.
I'm not in your jurisdiction.
Get
sir.
out of the vehicle.
Can you call your supervisor?
My jurisdiction is Broward County.
Can you call your supervisor?
Get out of the vehicle.
Can you call
Sir,
your
you need to make this a lot easier on yourself by just exiting the vehicle for us.
Listen, can you call
Just
your
get out of the
supervisor?
vehicle.
We've asked you more than once now. We've asked you a few times.
Hold on, stop.
Get out of the vehicle, sir.
Hold on, let's stop the counter. And all right, we're gonna look at this very, what's the word for it? Critically, all right? I really don't think it's fair, all right, that he's commanding this guy to get out of the vehicle, all right, because he's clearly not in a vehicle.
You need a driver license to drive in the state of Florida.
All right, he needs a vehicle, a driver's license to drive his vehicle, all right, down in Florida. Now, what's very interesting as I was watching this video was the Ask Nicely counter at the top of the screen, which was very, very interesting.
Sir,
registration, I don't need none of that. I'm not in your
sir,
jurisdiction.
get out of the vehicle.
Counselor jurisdiction, that's the law. It's on my window.
Get
See my flag?
out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle, sir.
Call your supervisor.
Okay, this is the last warning for you to get out of the vehicle.
Can
okay?
you call your supervisor for me?
Sir, if you don't get out of the car, we're going to take you out of the car. Understand that. We're asking you to go ahead and just step to the back.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way. You choose.
So you're going to violate?
Nobody's violating your rights. We're asking you to come out of the
my
car.
rights by telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Okay, so I'm violating your right. Get out of the vehicle.
You can't violate the law, bro.
Get out of the vehicle, sir.
Call your supervisor.
I'm gonna call my supervisor. Get out of the vehicle.
Call your supervisor.
When you get out of the car and you step back here, we'll call our supervisor.
No.
We want to talk to you out of the car.
Here right now. I need your supervisor here right now.
All right, let's stop the video for a minute, all right? Because I just want to say, boys and girls out there, this is definitely not the way that you want to handle yourself in this situation. Unfortunately, I've found myself to be in those situations at least, I'll say at least 100 times, all right? At least 100.
Subscribe to the Unconquered Tribe. You are now live with the incredible host.
Wow,
This is House School for the Gifted and the Elect.
Put some gems in the chat if you can hear me loudly and clearly, all right? If you are safely moving through the land in your vehicle, all right? Please don't try this at home.
Right now. I am not exiting my conveyance.
Yes, you are exiting your vehicle.
No, I'm not. Call your supervisor for me.
Sir, this is the last time that I'm gonna ask you.
Call your supervisor.
4 Alpha 7. Call your supervisor. Because you're violating the national. You had no reason to pull me over at all. 94 to my 1020. What was your probable cause to pull me over? You had no reason. You don't have a driver's license. Listen, you had no reason to pull me over. It's because of
Hold on, stop the
earlier
music.
today.
Stop the video, all right? Video, music, you get it, goddamn. I don't see any jumps in the chat. Is my computer that slow, or is y'all that asleep, or is it that many mice in these streets? All right, now, someone please pay attention and get this Instagram and see if you can't put the link to this Instagram, all right? Because this guy's, he's got an Instagram, the whole nine, all right? It's all over the car. And this is going to be a very, very interesting trip, all right? Don't get in a car with a guy like this, kids, all right? Respectfully.
4 Alpha 7. Call your supervisor. Because you're violating the national. You had no reason to pull me over at all. 94 to my 1020. What was your probable cause to pull me over? You had no reason. You don't have a driver's license. Listen, you had no reason to pull me over. It's because of the report that I did earlier today about my accident. Yeah. So there's no probable cause of you. Okay. I'm gonna call my supervisor when you get out of.
A supervisor is nasty work. If he calls his supervisor, shit is gonna get ugly. If he has to call the supervisor. All right? Oh, yeah, we got some new shit. A supervisor is nasty work. Nasty work, folks.
I'm not a fiction, and I'm not under the color of law. So there's no probable cause of you. Okay. I'm gonna call my supervisor when you get out of the vehicle. I'm not a fiction, and I'm not under the color of law. I'm not under the color of law. I'm a national. You get out of the vehicle.
Okay, I don't know if he's a fiction, but I can tell you one thing for sure. Those handcuffs, all right? And those police aren't fiction either, all right? And what I'm finding is these guys would have a much better chance of just going on with their business if they just conducted themselves normally, all right? Like, I really have to do a live stream on building our credit, bro. Like, straight up.
And I'm not under the color of law. I'm not under the color of law. I'm a national.
We're gonna have one minute.
Get up.
Wait a sec.
The color home to 56 block music 506 units
No.
Hello. 2314. 12 Alpha 7 everything 10-4. Yep. 2314.
Pick the pads up.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Take the what off the what? And keep the what?
Take the badge off his neck. Take the badge off his neck. Move your foot.
The suspect was charged with resisting without violence, driving with a suspended driver's license, driving without a tag light, failure to display registration, driving without insurance, and other minor infractions. The suspect pled nolo contendere to resisting arrest and driving with a suspended license in exchange for all other charges to be dropped. He was assessed fines totaling over $300 and is currently late on payments, ensuring that it won't be long before we have more on this sovereign citizen.
A great reminder to get your legal advice from a real lawyer, not some random account on TikTok.
Hey, but I'm Moorish American, brother.
You who?
I'm a Moorish American.
Oh?
I'll do your homework on Moorish, brother.
Moist?
Nah, man.
A moist American is crazy.
I feel the rain. I feel the rain. I feel the rain. I feel the rain. It's raining all over me. I'm moist. I'm moist. Call and response, I said I'm moist. I'm moist. Good God, I'm moist. I'm moist. Yes, I am. Rain all over me.
I need you to show me respect like you show your mother. Okay? I'm the direct lawful heir. Okay? I need you to show me respect like you show your mother. Okay? I'm the direct lawful heir. Okay? And you're my Moroccan subject. You're forcing us against our... You're forcing us against our... Don't touch me. Keep your hands to yourself.
On March 31st, 2023, officers responded to a call from a local library. The caller reported that a couple was attempting to lock the library doors and take hostages. One witness mentioned that the couple appeared to be sovereign citizens. When officers arrived, the woman stated that the man was threatening everyone in the library. The man mentioned that he claimed to have made contact with aliens and that everyone was in danger.
Stop the library trip, all right? The man has made contact with aliens, folks. All right? And this is why I wanted to do this live stream. Is Moorish nationality helping or hurting the so-called Black Americans, the so-called American Negro? All right, because this guy has made contact with E.T., folks.
All right, one at a time, y'all. We got the Incredible Hulk.
The man mentioned that he claimed to have made contact with aliens and that everyone was in danger.
Interesting. It's the gentleman in the green coat, along with the lady in the brown coat.
You just want him going?
Yes.
You just want him out?
Yes.
You are cut down to the ground. You, who weakened the
How's it
nation.
going, guys? You all right?
Yes.
How you doing?
Moorish American National.
Okay.
The Moorish National.
Yo, hold on, who is this?
How's it going, guys? You all right?
Yes.
How you doing?
Moorish American National. The Moorish National Republic Federal Government. We're protected under treaties and constitution.
it going, guys? You all right?
Yes.
How you doing?
Moorish American.
Aladdin Marak Bey, Moorish American. We got y'all national consulate up here, all right?
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
All right, these guys wanted to ad hoc school, all right? They just can't stop ad hoc school, folks, all right? Well, let's talk about it.
National, the Moorish National Republic Federal Government. We're protected under treaties and Constitution. Moorish American National, the Moorish National Republic Federal Government. We're protected under treaties and Constitution. And my whole thing is that we're here protecting ourselves under Constitution principles.
They want you guys to leave.
All right, well, I'm letting you know that I'm Empress Luna Latoya Bay. I'm with the Moorish National Republic Federal Government and Moorish.
Empress Tuna Luna. Hey, man. Empress Tuna Bay, I believe she said. All right, I think it was.
Okay, I'm reloading.
They want you guys to leave.
All right, well, I'm letting you know that I'm Empress Luna Latoya Bay. I'm with the Moorish National Republic Federal Government and Moorish American Consulate.
Okay.
I'm a Moorish Consul General, and I'm protected.
We have a Moorish Consul General up here, all right? Empress Luna Tuna, all right? She does seem a little lunar, all right? I need you to share the live stream. Let's get these numbers up, all right? We have a general, all right? A general of the tuna, all right, from the Luna, all right? Live on stage. These guys always want to mention me. All right, well, let's talk about Tuna Luna, Empress Tuna Luna of the Moroccan Library. All right.
Protected under treaties and Constitution. Do you understand that? All right, well, I'm letting you know that I'm Empress Luna Latoya Bay. I'm with the Moorish National Republic Federal Government and Moorish American Consulate. Okay. I'm a Moorish Consul General, and I'm protected under treaties and Constitution. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And right now we are communicating with our consulate, and they're already on notice.
Okay.
Okay. Now
you still have to leave the building.
When officers made contact with the subject, they were completely confused about what they were trying to explain. However, things only got weirder for the officers the more they tried to defuse the situation.
Principles under consular jurisdiction. I'm Aladdin Marak Bey, ex-relation to Navon Gilroy, the corporate name, and then you have Luna Latoya Bay, all right? Ex-relation Lydia Smith. Principles under consular jurisdiction.
Ex-relation Lydia Smith is nasty word. Is it working? Is it working?
I'm Aladdin Marak Bey, ex-relation to Navon Gilroy, the corporate name, and then you have Luna Latoya Bay, all right? Ex-relation Lydia Smith, but we're in honor, okay? And we're
all right, this guy is clearly either possessed by a jinn or he has a hell of a crack high, all right? Respectfully, all right? Is it that many people in the chat that are only here to spy that there's nobody saying anything, folks? Put some gems in the chat if you can hear me loudly and clearly. Or have you put out the news that the Supreme Empress Luna Tuna and the Consulate General of the Moroccan Library is on the Hog School show?
We need to see proof of identification. I need to know who you are. Okay.
Listen.
Listen, we need
So listen.
We're commanding to see a sheriff.
So listen, the sheriff we don't need to get the sheriff, okay? So you guys need to leave, okay? Because
What's going on?
Because listen to me.
I'm waiting on our consulate. We're waiting on our consulate.
Are you forcing me against my will under threat, duress, and coercion?
No, I'm
Are
telling
you
you have to
forcing me
leave
against
because
my
this
will?
is their property, and they're
I'm
telling
letting
you
you
are
know.
going to leave the
Do
property.
you deal with
okay?
any treaties or constitutions?
Okay, listen to me.
What is your nationality? I'm letting
You
you
are
know we're
going
already
to leave
in
the
going
building,
communication with
or
the
you are
Archbishop.
going to go to jail for trespassing.
It would
It's up
only
to
be
you.
kidnapping. I don't accept your offer to contract.
It's not kidnapping.
She does not accept your offer to contract. All right, I don't think they're contracting with you, sis. All right. I don't think they're contracting with you. I don't think they're in it for the contract. All right. These guys here aren't here to do contracts. All right. They're dog catchers, respectfully. All right. Now I do know some dog catchers that I've tattooed, you know. So shout out to the dog catchers who keep the dogs out of the street. However, all right, we know we're under a system that has been designed against us. And what these people are trying to do is use the same way they used to weasel out in 1920 to weasel out now. Well, it's 100 years later, folks. All right. It's 100 years later, all right? We done ran them off, all right? How did the consulate run them off, folks? All right, they're always mentioning me. They have so much to say. And as soon as we bring the Supreme Empress Luna Tuna of the Moroccan Library of Marrakesh, everybody wants to leave.
I'm commanding you as the direct lawful heir.
I am commanding you as a police officer of Dayton that you
show
are
me
in
3
Dayton
forms of
to leave the
identification.
building or go to jail. It's up to you.
It's only, I don't accept your offer to contract. Do
Okay.
you overstand?
So you can leave the building for 30 days, you can go to jail.
Okay. I'm letting you know I don't accept your offer to contract.
And I'm letting you know that you have to leave the building for 30
Do you
days to go
have
to
an
jail.
Article 3 federal court? Do you have an...
Okay,
I'm
ma'am.
letting you know. If
You
you
can
don't
leave or
have
you
a
can go to
declaration...
jail.
If you
It's
don't
up to you.
have...
They have to be here. That's our international protection. I've already been communicating with them for the last 2 days.
Okay.
Our whole thing is to get grounded on jurisdiction and status. However,
So listen, okay, you have to leave this building, okay, because the staff doesn't want you here anymore, and you can't come back for 30 days, okay? And if you don't want to leave, then you guys can go to jail, okay?
I don't want to get kidnapped right now, okay?
Well, you're not going to get kidnapped.
Yes, because...
I'm telling you that you guys can't be here.
It is like you can't even be in my land either, but I'm not doing that. If you and
Hey, shout out to my nigga who don't want to get kidnapped right now. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I got some shit to do, all right? I got something to do. I don't want to get kidnapped. Share the live stream, man. We're not bringing any more of the empresses out, all right? We're not going to let you continue to get this good legal advice, all right? If you're not going to share the live stream and support the channel, all right?
Subscribe to the unconquered tribe.
they have to be here. That's our international protection. I've already been communicating with them for the last 2 days.
Okay.
Our whole thing is to get
Now remember, they edited it out, all right? But that's because they don't want you to hear all the weird jinn talk, all right? He's been communicating with the jinn, all right? The aliens. He made contact with aliens, don't forget, folks, all right? So these instructions that he's receiving are strictly from the jinn, all right? Oh, excuse me, from aliens. All right, now let's get into these instructions.
Okay. And if you don't want to leave, then you guys can go to jail. Okay.
I don't want to get kidnapped right now, okay?
Well, you're not going to get kidnapped.
Yes, because...
I'm telling you that you guys can't be here.
But it's like you can't even be in my land either, but I'm not doing that. If you would honor, you be here. Now as the beneficiary of the state, hold on. We're making lawful commands.
hold on, folks. We found the beneficiary of the state, and nobody's even talking in the live stream. All right?
It's the beneficiary and heirs.
Right, but they can let you know that this building, okay, because the staff doesn't want you here anymore, and you can't come back for 30 days, okay?
I want to sign a deal.
And if you don't want to leave, then you guys can go to jail.
Sell my soul.
Okay.
Sell my soul.
Well, you're not going to get kidnapped. I'm telling you that you guys can't be here.
But it's like you can't even be in my land either, but I'm not doing that. If you're an honor, you be here. Now it's the beneficiary of the state. Hold on. We're making lawful commands as the beneficiary and heirs.
Right, but they can let you know that they don't want you to be here, so you can't be here. So you guys either need to leave or you can go to jail. You're not allowed to come back for 30 days. What's your name?
I don't have a name. I have a title. You get your
Okay. Yes or no? Do you want to leave?
I'm grabbing my documents and I'm letting you know, okay?
Get your documents and let's go.
I need to see some identification.
Right. Badge right here, name right there. Grab your documents. Let's go.
So I'm letting you know you're denying us due process of law.
Is that your folder too?
Who gave you the permission
to transact business
within our borders? Are you guys?
Is that your folder?
Are you guys attempting to kidnap the national?
Look, you're gonna leave. You're gonna go to jail for trespassing.
We can only be kidnapped. We're commanded to speak with a sheriff.
Out of the building.
Here. We're waiting on our consul.
We're commanded to speak.
You have to leave the building, or you're gonna go to jail for trespassing. It's up to you.
Okay.
You guys need to walk
out of the building. We're commanded to speak with Robert Shrek.
And I am commanding you to leave the building.
Is your recorder on?
Okay. Absolutely.
On the record. All right.
Absolutely.
I need to see 3 forms.
No, you do not. You need to grab your stuff and leave, or you're going to go to jail for trespassing.
Do you have a delegation of authority order, or are you signed by an article to the federal
grab your
court?
stuff and leave, or you're going to...
Listen, the sheriff we don't need to get the sheriff, okay? So you guys need to leave, okay? Because
What's going on?
Because listen to me.
I'm waiting on our consulate.
Air, okay? Forcing me against my will. I'm under threat, duress, and coercion.
You're going to handcuffs right now.
I'm letting you know our consulate's on the way.
Put your stuff on the table.
I'm not accepting your offer.
Put your purse on the table.
This is...
Hey, she's trying. What the?
Put your stuff and your purse on the table.
We're walking out the door. You're forcing me against my will. I'm under threat, duress, and coercion.
Put your stuff on the table, or you're getting put in handcuffs. Okay, get your
Now
stuff
see,
on the table.
now if y'all don't notice, all right, because of the way that this whole goddess worship thing is set up with these jinn, if you notice, she has the masculine jinn, right? She got the masculine energy, and really she's commanding everything, right? She the witch of the whole shit. He just a servant. That's why he kind of like Igor ass nigga. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna let it play.
Speak with Rod Shrek. Michael Robert Shrek, okay, or a supervisor.
Okay, then let's go outside, because you're not allowed in this building anymore. And I'll call my supervisor out here, he'll meet us outside.
And you guys as subjects and trustees within our borders, this is a lawful command.
Here, take your stuff.
Okay?
Grab your
folder.
folder.
Force us against our will. We don't accept your offer of
Let's
contract.
go. Let's go.
Okay?
Come on, let's go.
Don't touch me. Keep your hands to yourself.
You're going to get put in handcuffs. You don't go.
I'm letting you know you're forcing me against my will.
That's it. That's fine. Let's go.
I need you guys to be in honor. You hear me?
We are. Let's go.
Okay? I need you to show me respect like you showed your mother. You hear me?
Well, you're not showing us respect, so let's go.
Okay? I'm the direct lawful heir. Okay? And you're my Moroccan subject and trustee within my borders.
Let's go.
Okay? And I don't accept your offers.
Let's go.
And you're going to be
Who
fine.
name you coming in?
With all due respect.
By who power?
And you guys as subjects and trustees within our borders, this is the lawful
Is what?
command. Okay? You can only force us against our will. We don't accept your offer of contract. I'm letting you know.
Let's go.
Okay?
Come on. Let's go.
Do you think that they're going to contract? She's not accepting the offer to contract, folks. I guess that's the terminology, all right? Put a 1 in the chat if you think they're going to contract. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that her deciding to not contract is going to keep her from being in the back of a police car.
Go.
Don't touch me. Keep your hands to
You're going to get put in handcuffs. You don't go.
I'm letting you know you're forcing me against my will.
That's it. That's fine.
Guys,
Let's go.
I need you guys to be in honor. You hear me?
We are. Let's go.
Okay? I need you to show me respect like you showed your mother. You hear
Well,
me?
you're not showing us respect, so let's go.
Okay? I'm the direct lawful heir. Okay? And you're my Moroccan subject and trustee within my borders.
Let's go.
Okay? And I don't accept your offers.
Let's go.
And you're going to be fine for
Let's
that.
go.
You're going to be fine for
Let's
that.
go.
I'm
Send me
letting
in
you
court.
know.
Go.
Our consulate
Keep your hands to
continues-
yourself, brother.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Let's go.
I bet you would love to touch the ancient Egyptian gods, wouldn't you?
Let's go.
Okay?
Out the door. Let's go. All right.
And you're my Moroccan subject and trustee within my borders.
Let's go.
Okay, and I don't accept your offers.
Let's go.
And you're going to be fine for that.
Let's go.
You're going to be fine for that.
Let's go.
I'm letting you know.
Keep your hands to yourself, brother.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Let's go.
I bet you would love to touch the ancient Egyptian gods, wouldn't you?
Let's go.
And you're going to be fine for that.
I bet you would love to touch the ancient Egyptian gods.
Who named you coming in? By who power? Is what?
I want you to do your research and spread truth, which is liberation. People are living lies. Our history has been completely changed in order to keep the lies of this country.
And the wicked should be shaken out.
I need you to show me respect like you show your mother. You hear me?
You're not showing us respect, so let's go.
Okay? I'm the direct lawful heir. Okay? And you're my Moroccan subject and trustee within my borders.
Let's go.
Okay? And I don't accept your offers.
Let's go.
And you're going to be fine for that.
Let's go.
You're going to be fine for
Let's
that.
go.
I'm letting you know.
Keep your hands to yourself, brother.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Let's go.
I bet you would love to touch the ancient Egyptian gods, wouldn't you?
Let's go.
Okay?
Out the door. Let's go.
What is real? How do you define real? Real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
Okay?
Out the door. Let's go. All right.
We're communicating with our consulate and they're already on notice.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Let's go.
I bet you would love to touch the ancient Egyptian gods, wouldn't you?
Let's go.
Okay?
Out the door. Let's go. All right.
Swimming court. Go.
Keep your hands to yourself, brother.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Let's go.
I bet you would love to touch the ancient Egyptian gods, wouldn't you?
Let's go.
Who named you coming in? By who power? Is what?
Son of man, hurt, you know what I mean? Yo.
You gonna smell my cologne in Simiyaki on some bar number 9, because I do not play.
That's the same clone I wear.
Tabernacle sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
Hey, Pimp.
And when Father's Day comes around this year, you should make sure you send me a Father's Day card, because you are my son.
And it's known, it's written, that the righteous shall inherit the kingdom of God, the earth. And the wicked shall be shaken out. It's the Spirit of God. See, the Spirit of God is omnipotent, and it works on you. It'll work on your ass, and I can be far, far away, because it's considered conscience, you know.
We are. Let's go.
Okay? I need you to show me respect like you show your mother. You hear me?
You're not showing us respect, so let's go.
Okay? I'm the direct lawful heir. Okay? And you're my Moroccan subject and trustee within my borders.
Let's go.
Okay? And I don't accept your offers.
Let's go.
And you're going to be fine.
Let's go.
You're going to be fine.
Let's go.
Swimming court.
Go.
Keep your hands to yourself, brother.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Let's go.
I bet you would love to touch the ancient Egyptian gods, wouldn't you?
Let's go.
Okay?
Out the door. Let's go. All right.
Keep your hands to yourself, brother.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Let's go.
I bet you would love to touch the ancient Egyptian gods, wouldn't you?
Let's go.
Who named you
Out the
coming
door.
in?
Let's go. All right.
By who power?
Okay, anything you do, you're forcing us against our. You're forcing us against our. Don't touch us. Keep your hands to yourself.
You're gonna make this difficult. Okay.
Okay, listen. Let's just communicate.
If you want this to go smoothly,
it's already going smoothly because we're in our sovereign capacity.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. Come on.
I'm letting keep your hands to yourself.
Listen, you're not cooperating. Let's go.
Okay, keep your hands to yourself, not a lawful command. Okay,
Come on.
keep your hands to yourself. And you're kidnapping me, and
Let's go.
And I'm under threat, duress.
Let's go. You're coming too. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Keep your hands
Let's go.
to yourself. Okay, we have not violated any treaties or constitution.
Let's go.
Okay.
Come on. Let's go.
All right,
Let's go.
letting you know.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Let me know all you want. Let's go.
All right, so you guys want to get deported.
That's fine.
All right,
Let's go.
letting you know.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Let me know all you want. Let's go.
All right, so you guys want to get deported.
That's fine.
Okay.
Let's go.
We need it. Okay.
Let's go.
I'm keeping it. It's a setup. I know it's a setup.
Let's go.
Okay.
Out the door.
Are
now.
you attempting to assassinate? I'm keeping it. It's a setup. I know it's a setup.
Let's go.
Okay.
Out the door.
Are
now.
you attempting to assassinate the
Let's go.
national? Keep your hands to yourself.
Listen.
Keep your hands to yourself. Everybody, get your cameras out.
Let's go.
Hey, stop the music, stop the music, stop the music, because this guy is showing signs of schizophrenia and paranoia, all right? It's a setup, all right? She's over there doing all types of Kabbalah on this guy, all right? Done put a gin in him, all right? Now he's lost his trapper keeper.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more
Fine, let me know all you want. Let's go.
All right, so you guys want to get deported.
That's fine.
Okay?
Let's go.
We need it. Okay.
Let's go.
I'm keeping it. It's a setup. I know it's a setup.
Let's go.
Okay.
Out the door.
Are
now.
you attempting to assassinate the
Let's go.
Nationals? Keep your hands to yourself.
Listen.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Listen.
Everybody get your cameras out.
Let's go.
Everybody get your cameras out.
Let's do it.
Your hands to yourself.
Let's go.
And that's a lawful
Come
command.
on, both
Do
of
you
you
hear me?
out this door right now.
Okay,
Let's
we
go.
don't
Hold on,
accept
stop
the
the
offer to
video, stop the
contract.
video, stop the video. Everybody get your phones out, all right? Because these people are at the library, all right? Look, you can see the lady back there. She's still working on her computer, all right? She hasn't even gotten up from her seat. They're trying to cause a disruption, all right? These guys are part of the Red Army, all right?
Let's go.
I'm keeping it. It's a setup.
Notice how the flag is strategically planted, all right, throughout this whole clip, all right? Please pay attention, folks.
I'm on the way to the emergency. I hear shots! Okay, ma'am, calm down. What kind of shots?
Okay, we have not violated any treaties or constitution.
Let's go.
Okay.
Come on. Let's go.
All right,
Let's
we're
go.
letting you know.
That's fine. That's fine. Let
Okay.
me know all you want. Let's go.
All right, so you guys want to get deported.
That's fine.
Okay.
Let's go.
We need it. Okay.
Let's go.
I'm keeping it. It's a setup. I know it's a setup.
Let's go.
Okay.
Out the door.
Are
now.
you attempting to assassinate the
Let's go.
Nationals? Keep your hands to yourself.
Listen.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Listen.
Everybody get your cameras out.
Let's go.
Everybody get your cameras out.
Let's go.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Let's go.
And that's a lawful
Come
command.
on, both
Do
of
you
you
hear me?
out this door right now.
Okay,
Let's
we
go.
don't accept your offer to contract.
I don't care what you
and
accept.
we're
Let's go.
ongoing. Okay.
Then call them all. Okay,
We
let's
are in
go.
ongoing communication with our bishop and the provost marshal. Okay.
Come on, let's
You're
go, guys.
forcing us against our will.
Yes, I am.
Wait, stop the video. So you guys got a bishop? Please tell me about the bishop.
So everybody get your cameras out.
Let's go.
Everybody get your cameras out.
Let's go.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Let's go.
And that's a lawful
Come on,
command.
both
Do
of
you
you
hear me?
out this door right now.
Okay,
Let's
we
go.
don't accept your offer to contract.
I don't care what you
and
accept.
we're
Let's
already
go.
ongoing. Okay.
Then call them all. Okay,
We
let's
are
go.
in ongoing communication with our bishop and the provost marshal.
Look, hold on.
Ongoing.
Look, he trying to drag her out of there. All right? That's a hell of a shot. Share the live stream. All right? That's a hell of a shot right there. All right? That is a hell of a still frame. Is Moorish nationality helping or hurting us? All right, this guy's got on a wife beater and a triple fat goose. All right, no Diddy. And he's clearly his pupils are dilated like he's on some type of narcotic. All right, respectfully. All right, they both seem to be possessed by something. All right, they're talking about aliens and their consulate and these police in the library are their Moroccan subjects. And this seems like madness, folks. Respectfully.
Okay.
Then call them all. Okay,
We
let's
are in
go.
ongoing communication with our bishop and the provost marshal.
Let's go.
Okay.
Come on, let's
You're
go, guys.
forcing us against our will.
Yes, I am.
We
Let's
don't
go.
accept your offer to contract. Keep your hands to yourself.
Can I see these?
Okay, no, you cannot. Okay, I need you to be an honor.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay? I need you to be an honor. You're good.
I got it. I'll throw it.
It's already not.
You got custody.
All right, anytime a bitch tells you you're good and you're being handcuffed, she's wrong, okay? Respectfully, all right? I didn't mean to call her the B word. Empress Luna Tuna, I believe was her name, all right? Respectfully, all right? Shout out to the Empress Luna Tuna, all right? Formerly known as Prince, all right? I can't remember all of it, all right? It was a very long name, folks. All right, you have J.M. Savage right here, all right? You see J.M. Savage, all of this is propaganda, folks, all right? You got this, you got the fruit flag, all right, hanging all over the place. No Diddy, all right? And you got this guy, all right, contracting with J.M. Savage. My man is all the way out there, folks, all right? He's possessed by Jinn.
Already ongoing, okay?
Then call them all, okay?
We
Let's
are
go.
in ongoing communication with our bishop and the provost marshal. Okay?
Come on, let's
You're
go, guys.
forcing us against our will.
Yes, I am.
We
Let's
don't
go.
accept your offer to contract. Keep your hands to yourself.
Can I see these?
Okay, no, you cannot. Okay, I need you to be in honor.
Put your hands on your back.
Okay? I need you to be in honor. You're good.
I got it.
Okay?
My third hand.
You
Yeah.
have already in honor.
You got it.
I'm already seeing you. You hear me? You're going to be okay. All right?
Yeah,
You hear me? Okay. Do you hear me? Under international law, do you deal with any treaties or constitutions? Do you? Do you deal with any treaties? What's your nationality?
She wanna get arrested. She turning around like a cat when it be in heat.
Hear me? Under international law,
look
do
how
you
she
deal
do
with
to get
any treaties or
handcuffed.
constitutions? Do you? Do you?
Look, she like cuff me. Cuff me, all right? She's a descendant of Paul Cuffy, all right?
You hear me? Okay. Do you hear me? Under international law, do you deal with any treaties or constitutions?
Look,
Do you?
she turning around and
Do you deal
shit
with
to
any
get
treaties? What's
cuffed.
your nationality?
Talking about some damn treaties.
And don't damage my stuff. Okay?
Hold on, man. And see, these people are sent to cause disruption, all right? She's got all of her goddamn WIC paperwork with her, all right? Respectfully. Is this working, folks? Is it working? All right, did anybody find this guy's Instagram, all right? The guy that wasn't a fiction in real handcuffs, all right?
Do you deal with any treaties? What's your nationality? And don't damage my stuff. Okay? Okay, I'm letting you know.
Give me your hands.
I'm letting you know that I'm under
fighting me.
I'm not fighting nobody.
Keep your hands behind your back, understand?
Now, right now, we're letting you know that we're under threat, directed for urgent. We're demanding to speak. This is a setup. Everybody get your phones out. They're attempting to assassinate the National.
We got cameras right
Okay, we're letting you know. Okay, we're letting you know that we're under threat, directed for urgent. We're demanding to speak. This is a setup. Everybody get your phones out. They're attempting to assassinate the National.
We got cameras right
Okay, we're letting you know. Okay, this is coming from an article. This is coming from an Article 3 federal court. Okay. You like being in our borders, don't you?
Come on,
so
walk.
I need get
Walk.
first.
We will come back for all your stuff.
Okay, no, I'm commanding to have our things.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
You're gonna walk
I'm commanding to have
out the
our
building.
things now. And you can loosen up on the National. Come on.
Walk then.
Okay,
Because you're not walking.
I can walk.
Stuff.
Okay.
Loosen up on the National, folks. All right? Loosen up on the National. All right, come on, man. You're doing too much now. All right, this is just supposed to be a little Freemason, you know what I'm saying, game. You got down roughhousing the National. Shawty, chill out. Don't roughhouse the National.
From an Article 3 federal court. Okay. You like being in our borders, don't you?
Come on,
so
walk.
I need get
Walk.
first.
We will come back for all your stuff.
Okay, no, I'm commanding to have our things.
Okay, listen. You're
Okay.
gonna walk
I'm commanding to have
out
our
the building.
things now. And you can loosen up on the National. Come on.
Walk then.
Okay,
Because you're not walking.
I can walk.
Okay, then walk.
Okay, and
Okay.
I'm just saying.
That means quit pulling away and walk.
We're commanding to speak with a sheriff.
Come on.
You hear me?
Come on, step over.
What is this? I'm
Step
not,
over.
I'm not, listen. Our conflict's already on the way.
Keep walking.
I'm letting you know. Okay?
I'm letting you know that you are disobeying.
All right, see, what you may or may not know, folks, all right, 100 years ago, all right, the sheriff, we knew the sheriff would, some Freemason of the lodge, all right, would come down and get these guys out of their jam, all right, but that shit only worked 100 years ago, folks, all right? Respectfully. Now you asking for the sheriff, and it's a done deal, all right? The scam has already been run, all right, apparently. And it's over, folks.
Our conscript's already on the way.
Keep walking.
I'm letting you know. Okay?
I'm letting you know that you are disobeying order of a police officer. Okay?
Let me see 3 forms of identification.
You can see my badge and my name. Let's go. No, I didn't. I told you I was Officer of Dayton Police. Keep walking.
Okay? We're already in going communication.
Hey, be an honor, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
Then walk. You are not walking. You are pulling behind. You are not walking, okay? So walk to the car, or I'm going to carry you to the car.
No, we're not a threat. We're an honor. You hear me? And so do you guys need to be. You need to be an honor, okay?
So walk to the car, or I'm going to carry you to the car.
No, we're not a threat. We're an honor. You hear me? And so do you guys need to be.
Behind, you are not walking, okay? So walk to the car, or I'm going to carry you to the car.
No, we're not a threat. We're an honor. You hear me? And so do you guys need to be. You need to be an honor, okay? All right. What are you, a Mason, Shriner, PT Mason, Skull and Bones, Nice Temps, Nice to Malta? I command you. What?
Hey, be an honor, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
Then walk. You are not walking. You are pulling behind. You are not walking, okay?
Stop the video. Stop the video. Stop the video. Stop the video. All right? Because we're, again, catching them up. And that's why I wanted to play this footage, because even in all of their insanity, all right, the secrets are being leaked, folks. All right? These orders, these ancient orders of the noble mystics, all right, these Catholic knights. All right, and that's what did I just tell you? All right, they were expecting it to go down like they were buffalo soldiers. All right. Like they were buffalo soldiers.
Wow,
Indian school for the gifted and the
Hey, be an honor, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
Then walk. You are not walking. You are pulling behind. You are not walking, okay? So walk to the car, or I'm going to carry you to the car.
No, we're not a threat. We're an honor. You hear me? And so do you guys need to be. You need to be an honor, okay? All right. What are you, a Mason, Shriner, PT Mason, Skull and Bones, Nice Temps, Nice to Malta? You hear me? And so do you guys need to be. You need to be an honor, okay? All right. What are you, a Mason, Shriner, PT Mason, Skull and Bones, Nice Temps, Nice to Malta? I command you. What's your nationality? What are you, a Mason, Shriner, PT Mason, Skull and Bones, Nice Temps, Nice to Malta? I command you. What's your nationality? What are you, a Mason, Shriner, PT Mason, Skull and Bones, Nice Temps, Nice to Malta? I command you. What's your nationality? What are you, a Mason, Shriner, PT Mason, Skull and Bones, Nice Temps, Nice to Malta?
By who power?
I command you. What's your nationality? Do you deal with the
Is what?
Do you deal with the Constitution?
All right, one at
to
a
be
time,
released
y'all. We got the
immediately. Do you hear
Incredible
me?
Hulk in the building. What's up,
What are you, a
man?
Mason, Shriner, PT Mason, Skull and Bones, Nice Temps, Nice to Malta? I command you. What's your nationality? Do you deal with any treaties? Do you deal with the Constitution? I'm commanding to be released immediately. Do you hear me?
Is this clip off?
Do you hear me? I don't give you permission to touch my property.
That's fine. You're under arrest, right?
I'm not under arrest. I don't accept your offer to contract.
That's fine.
Okay, and you're being detained.
That's fine. Yep, I'm being detained.
You're being detained.
Wait, what's happening here, folks? All right, so if you're feeling sorry for Empress Latuna, all right, don't, all right, because she is detaining her Moroccan subjects, all right, as we speak.
And you, what's your nationality? Do you deal with any treaties? Do you deal with the Constitution? I'm commanding to be released immediately. Do you hear me?
Is this clip off?
Do you hear me? I don't give you permission to touch my property.
That's fine. You're under arrest right
I'm not under arrest. I don't accept your offer to contract.
That's fine.
Okay, and you're being detained.
That's fine. Yep, I'm being detained.
You're being detained.
Do you have anything in your
And
hand?
you can remove from my borders, you hear me? Being tough like that doesn't, what?
You don't get in yet.
You can remove from my borders, you hear me? Being tough like that doesn't, what?
You don't get in, yes, I will force you into the car.
Like I said,
okay?
You're getting deported, you hear me?
See, these people are sent as crisis actors, all right? They're crisis actors. They're the knights of the church, all right? They send them out to cause disruptions. These are the same people who caused the disruptions during the Red Summer, all right? 1919, all the mess going on in Tulsa. All right, we see them in the footage, the Solomon Jones footage, all right, marching down the street, all right? But you don't know who they have an allegiance to. And they were marching down the street proudly because they needed those niggas to trade on us so they could safely move through the land, right? And now these niggas are trying to use what they used to safely move through the land now. But they done changed everything upside down on these niggas' heads, all right?
To touch my property.
That's fine. You're under arrest right
I'm not under arrest. I don't accept your offer to contract.
That's fine.
Okay, and you're being detained.
That's fine. Yep, I'm being detained.
You're being detained.
Do you have anything in your
And
hand?
you can remove from my borders, you hear me? Being tough like that doesn't, what?
You don't get in, yes, I will force you into the car.
Like I said,
okay?
You're getting deported. You hear the sheriff immediately.
There's no sheriff coming, sorry.
I'm letting you know I'm the sheriff within my borders. You're a belligerent trustee and I don't accept your offer to contract.
That's fine.
I
Get
need
your
to
leg
see
in the
3
car
forms of
right
identification. Okay, I'm committing to speak with a consulate and a sheriff immediately.
Who would be like... Manager? Yeah, let's go for that one. For you. You can go right nothing. Today is the 31st. 31st. I'll write it all down for you. You can go write nothing down.
Okay.
Yeah. So Monday. Do you work?
Yes.
Here. Okay. Are you allowed to leave like during work if it's for a work-related incident?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So between 1300 and 1500, you need to go to the prosecutor's office. Those people do come back after the 30 days because I know they only wanted 30 days to start.
Yeah, well, and I don't know. You might need to talk to our head of.
Is he here?
Security. They're downtown.
Oh.
Write up incident reports and send it.
We've dealt with the library enough. They
International law.
Citizens, they believe it. I don't know how much the interaction you heard that we had with them, but they're sovereign citizens. They believe that they don't fall under any jurisdiction in the United States. And
Yeah, they kept saying international law.
yeah, well, they're sovereign citizens out of somewhere that's based out of New Jersey, so
Okay.
yeah,
I
they'll
talked
probably
to one
call
of
us
our-
the same.
Right. That was their goal,
Mhm.
right? Because they were lingering here for a while.
Right.
And I had asked our guard, because I could tell, I was like, something's up with them, that was their goal,
Mhm.
right? Because they were lingering here for a while.
Right.
And I had asked our guard, because I could tell, I was like, something's up with them, keep
Oh,
an
yeah.
eye on them. And they were just waiting, I guess, until they were ready to start yelling. So, and I talked to one of our public service directors, and he said that we've had people
Issues.
yell about similar things
Mhm.
at other branches. Probably not the same people, but.
Maybe, but they've been arrested a few times for kind of the same issue here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're familiar with who they are.
Well, I didn't know who they are, but I was able to ID them off of just digging through all their property and figuring it out.
Hey, but I'm Morse American, brother.
You who?
I'm a Morse American.
Oh?
I'll do your homework on Morse, brother.
Moist?
Nah, man.
A moist American is crazy.
I feel the rain. I feel the rain. It's raining all over me. I'm moist.
Subscribe to the Unconquered Tribe. You are now
Call and
live with
response
the
instead of
incredible
moist.
talk with the gifted.
Good God, I'm moist. I'm moist. Yes, I am. Rains all over me. I'm saturated. I'm saturated. I'm saturated. I'm saturated. I'm saturated. I'm saturated. Yes, I am. I'm saturated. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
There was a time when witches and warlocks were burnt at the stake and the practice of magic was driven underground. Fast forward to the modern age and magic has become mainstream, saturating television, film, music and literature. Amulets are one of the most popular forms in use today, and they also happen to be one of the oldest. The ancient Mesopotamians wore amulets in order to protect themselves against demons. This amulet depicts a demon known as Lamashtu that has been impaled by an arrow or spear. The ancient Egyptians used amulets to address medical concerns. One of the most popular was known as the Wedjat eye, which was believed to regenerate one's health. The ancient Greeks believed that certain words and phrases had magical properties. Palindromes, that is, words and phrases that read the same forward and backward, were believed to be particularly potent. This amulet depicts an inscription bearing a 59-letter palindrome on one side and the Greek deity Harpocrates, the god of silence, on the other. We can see that while the design of ancient amulets varied among different pagan cultures, they all share something in common. The shirk that is present is quite apparent, with the idolatrous imagery being clearly visible and displayed prominently. Now when it comes to Muslim communities, it is sad to say that we have also fallen prey to the use of amulets, which are popularly known as ta'weez or taweez. However, unlike the pagan magicians of old, those magicians who supply amulets to Muslims make an effort in order to conceal the evil that is contained within. They use deceptive means such as taking verses from the Quran or the names of Allah, which give amulets the appearance of permissibility, and mixing them with mysterious symbols, letters and numbers, which are encoded with kufr and shirk. In this video we will decode the mysteries of ta'weez in order to educate Muslims and raise awareness about their evil. When constructing ta'weez, a magician will typically incorporate the following elements. Firstly, they may petition one or more jinn. This petition can take a number of different forms. In this ta'weez, the magician has drawn a picture of the jinn. Here the magician has explicitly mentioned the desired jinn by name, O Badruh. In this ta'weez, the magician has drawn a sigil. In demonology, sigils are symbols that act as the jinn's signature. The jinn are chosen according to their perceived abilities, which will be in line with the aim of the amulet. For example, if the aim is to physically harm a person, then the magician will call upon jinn who are skilled in causing sickness and disease. When deciding on which jinn to utilize, magicians will consult books which serve as demonic catalogues, listing the names of various jinn, along with their abilities as well as their likes and dislikes.
By who power?
For example, if the desired jinn is said to have a fondness for pleasant odours, then the magician may burn incense as an offering. Another element found in ta'weez is that of geometry. magicians hold certain geometric shapes and proportions to be sacred and bestow special power. While simple in appearance, the geometry that adorns Tawiz is full of symbolism. A good example to illustrate this point is the hexagram. While the hexagram is most famously recognized as the symbol on the Israeli flag, it is actually one of the oldest and most powerful mystical symbols. Hexagrams consist of two triangles. In the world of the occult, the upward pointing triangle represents the male sexual organ, and the downward pointing triangle represents the female sexual organ. When the two triangles interlock, it symbolizes the union of the divine masculine and feminine through the sexual act. Much like how the act of sexual intercourse results in the creation of life, the interlocking of the two triangles gives birth to another hexagram, which in turn gives rise to another, and yet another, and so on and so forth into infinity. Hence, the hexagram is taken as sacred geometry by magicians, who believe that it bestows divine creative power. This association effectively deifies the sexual act, which is pure shirk. This sexual symbolism of the hexagram goes at least as far back as ancient India. In Tantric Hinduism, for example, the symbol is known as the Shaktona and represents the union of the sexes. The hexagram is in fact cross-cultural. In Japan, it is known as the Kagome crest and can be seen in 2,000-year-old temples. In Lebanon, hexagrams can be seen in the 2,000-year-old temple of Bacchus. The Ashtarak burial mound in Armenia has the oldest known hexagram. It can be found on the handle of a dagger that is 4,000 to 5,000 years old. This phenomenon of the hexagram's cross-cultural usage throughout the ancient world has baffled historians, who cannot explain how it became so widespread. It is highly unlikely that people across different pagan cultures all simultaneously and independently created the same identical design. An easy explanation is that they all have a common origin which supports Islam's claims that Satan is the source, as part of his plot to mislead mankind by spreading disbelief. In summary, we've seen how even the simplest of geometric designs is laden with occult meaning. This is the case for all such shapes that adorn Tawiz. Every triangle, square, circle, line and angle is specifically chosen by the magician in order to infuse the Tawiz with certain properties or powers. Another element found in Tawiz is the presence of seemingly random letters and numbers. Far from being random, these are actually an encoded version of the magician's intention. This encoding can take many different forms. One popular method is the magic square, which is a minimum 3x3 grid. A magic square is essentially an array of numbers that adds up to the same constant when summed up horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. For example, a person may visit a magician with the goal of harming a love rival. The magician will ask for personal information about the intended victim, such as their name. The magician will then convert this information into a number. This number will have correspondences to a planet and one of the elements of fire, water, air, or earth. The magic square will then be populated using the number that was calculated earlier, with its elementary and planetary correspondences dictating the placement and sequence of the numbers. These correspondences also influence the actions of the magician. For example, if the planetary correspondence is to the moon, then the amulet might be created on a night with a full moon. Furthermore, each elemental and planetary correspondence has associations with specific colours, smells and materials, all of which can be incorporated into the amulet's design. The magician must bear in mind all of these correspondences and associations when creating the amulet. They will try and incorporate them as much as possible, as they believe that it makes the amulet more potent. In addition to all of this, magicians may engage in filthy acts in order to charge amulets with even more power. In the following video clip, John York, the son of Major Gerald York, who was friends with a famous English magician, explains how an amulet was placed inside the private parts of a prostitute.
Is what?
The piece of vellum which father had in his scrapbook, in order to charge it with magical purpose, it had been put up the vagina of a prostitute for 2 or 3 months, in order to charge it with the spiritual oils of union, and thus which father had in his scrapbook, in order to charge it with magical purpose, it had been put up the vagina of a prostitute for 2 or 3 months, in order to charge it with the spiritual oils of union, and thus it became an extremely powerful object.
I don't know what would have happened.
Infinite. Ein Sof. Within Judaism, there is now the shirk that is prevalent in magic is not just present in systems and practices that originate in polytheistic cultures and religions such as Hinduism and Buddhism. Even magicians who operate within an Abrahamic paradigm also happen to fall into similar forms of shirk. Within Judaism, there is a mystical offshoot known as the Kabbalah, which has the concept of God as Ein Sof, a Hebrew phrase meaning boundless or infinite. Ein Sof is believed to be God's concealed essence, who is unknowable to the world. Ein Sof interacts with the world via the 10 Sephirot, or emanations, through which God is said to reveal himself. Now, Kabbalists may reject all charges of polytheism by arguing that these emanations are just attributes of the one God, and therefore they are perfectly in line with the monotheism of Orthodox Judaism. But the reality is that when one reads the Zohar, which is the foundational text of Kabbalah, it is polytheistic to the core. The king, who is Abba, said to Imma, "Did I not tell you that Adam was going to sin? Why did you create him?" Here, 2 of the emanations of God, Abba meaning father and Imma meaning mother, which are believed to be associated with the male and female divine aspects respectively, are depicted as 2 distinct beings with separate and opposing wills. This is clearly a polytheistic depiction of God, which is at odds with the monotheism of the Old Testament. Magicians who operate within a Christian paradigm also fall into shirk. Let's take the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn as an example. The Golden Dawn was This is clearly a polytheistic depiction of God, which is at odds with the monotheism of the Old Testament. Magicians who operate within a Christian paradigm also fall into shirk. Let's take the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn as an example. The Golden Dawn was founded in the late 19th century and was a secret society devoted to time also fall into shirk. Let's take the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn as an example. The Golden Dawn was founded in the late 19th century and was a secret society devoted to the study and practice of the occult. They have been hugely influential in Western esotericism, with virtually every modern-day tradition having been influenced by them. Their former members have since written books exposing the magical order's secret teachings. During rituals, members of the Golden Dawn would call upon the God of Abraham and invoke angels for protection against harmful spirits.
Behind me, the great archangel, Gabriel.
They even made use of Christian symbolism. Here is one of their symbols, known as the Rosy Cross. It has the motto, the Master Jesus Christ, God and man. When members worked their way up through the various magical grades, one of the oaths, it has the motto, the Master Jesus Christ, God and man. When members worked their way up through the various magical grades, one of the oaths they had to take was, "I, a member of the body of Christ, do this day spiritually bind myself, even as I am now bound physically upon the cross of suffering."
let's stop the video right there. I don't want to say it, all right? But when we hear this, all right, let's take a minute to, all right, they bind themselves. And what do we see as the nickname of the Knights Hospitaller, all right? These same orders, all right? Nickname is the religion, all right? The religion, which literally means to bind. All right, who do they bind themselves to? The church, right? Comes from the religier. Where is the religier? All right, and we have to rebind. All right, the Latin verb religare means to rebind. The Latin noun religio, referring to obligation, bond, or reverence, is probably based on religare. All right, religio and its English derivation religion connote a rebinding. All right, to rebind. And that's what we're dealing with when we're dealing with these guys. Because even when you look at when we go to their information, all right, and this is of course straight from the Moorish literature, all right. And here the first thing you're gonna see is Sultan Abdul, all right, Aziz Abu Sawad, the descendant of Hagar, all right, and this is their book, folks. All right, let's go to page 1. All right. Let's go to page 1. All right.
All right, one at a time, y'all. We got the Incredible Hulk in the building. What's up, man?
Oh, shit.
So who is this guy, Hawk? Well, let's just do a quick look over. All right, Abdul Aziz. All right. Let's go here. All right. He is for the Saudi monarch. All right. He is Ottoman Turk. All right. Was the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire from the 25th of June 1861 to the 30th May 1876, when he was overthrown in a government coup. All right, he was son of Sultan Mahmud II and succeeded by his brother. All right, and as we can see by his medals, all right, that he is definitely in these orders. All right, and this guy is right in the front cover of their book, page 4, folks. All right. Page 4. Actually, I believe page 3 is their teacher. All right, you see him. All right, his Masonic post, and then page 4, they give us this guy, Sultan Abdul Aziz. But what's very interesting about Sultan Abdul Aziz, all right, his parents, all right, Mahmud II and Pertevenial Sultan, originally named Besame, a Circassian. All right? So these guys love to talk all this fly mulatto shit. All right? She's the consort of Ibrahim Pasha of Egypt. All right? Was an Egyptian general politician. He was the commander of both the Egyptian and Ottoman armies and the eldest son of Muhammad Ali, the wali and unrecognized Khedive of Egypt and Sudan. All right? So you see what's going on here, folks. All right? Who's doing what? All right? Respectfully. Let's get back to it, though.
Son look mad hurt. You know what I mean?
Let's get back to
Yo.
it. All right. Well, Pertevenial, all right? Consort. Most likely of Circassian origin, all right? And what is that? It's part of the Russian Empire, all right? Circassian people called Cherkess, all right, are a Northwest Caucasian ethnic group nation who originated in Circassia, a region of former country in the North Caucasus Mountains, all right? So their big homie in their book is straight out of the North Caucasus Mountains, all right? This is who's teaching them Islam, all right, respectfully, all right? You don't have to take it any type of way, all right? But we're not trying to be rebound. All right. What do we have here? Let's get back to the video.
Find myself, even as I am now bound physically upon the cross of suffering, despite the fact that magicians within the golden dawn do this day spirit as the rosy cross. It has the motto, the Master Jesus Christ, God and man. When members worked their way up through the various magical grades, one of the oaths they had to take was, I, a member of the body of Christ, do this day spiritually bind myself, even as I am now bound physically upon the cross of suffering. Despite the fact that magicians within the Golden Dawn operated within a Christian paradigm, they also committed acts that even Orthodox Trinitarian Christians would consider to be polytheistic. For example, during rituals, they would assume god forms, which involved visualizing themselves embodying Egyptian deities to channel divine energy and put it to use. Muslim magicians also inevitably fall into shirk. Among Muslim sects, it is the Sufis who are the most learned when it comes to mysticism. Sufism has the concept of wahdatul wujud, meaning unity of being, which is the idea that there is only one ultimate, indivisible reality, and everything in existence is a manifestation of that singular reality, which is God. Even magicians outside of the Muslim tradition acknowledge the expertise of Sufi mystics. In fact, some of the most influential occultists in history have studied under Sufi masters. For example, the notorious English magician Aleister Crowley stated in his autobiography regarding his travels in North Africa, my sheikh was profoundly versed in the mysticism and magic of Islam and had no hesitation in providing me with books and manuscripts on the Arabic Kabbalah.
Wait, stop the video, all right? Let them get a clean screenshot, all right, of Aleister Crowley, the Beast. His sheikh. Whatever do you mean? We'll connect those dots in just a moment.
No hesitation in providing me with books and manuscripts on the Arabic Kabbalah. From this man, I learnt also many of the secrets of the Sidi Isawa. Here, Sidi Isawa is a reference to a Sufi tariqah, or mystical school. Aleister Crowley's magical curriculum even recommends that students read Sufi poetry generally. In the following audio clip, a learned Buddhist magician states that Sufism is one of the few authentic magical traditions in the world today.
I first looked at Sufism when I got out of the Western occult path, because Sufism clearly is based on a lineage from sheikh to sheikh to sheikh going back. If there is an authentic spiritual tradition, I would recommend Sufism as being one that is reliable.
In conclusion, the fact that shirk is the common denominator that underpins the occult proves that there is a mastermind behind it all. Had the various occult systems and practices developed randomly or without direction, then you would expect there to exist practices and systems that fall into both polytheistic and monotheistic paradigms. But reality proves the opposite is the case. Even those practitioners who start out in the Abrahamic traditions end up falling into the worst kinds of shirk. This is by no means an accident, as the driving force behind magic is Satan and his devils, who will only work with magicians on the condition that they commit shirk, just as Islam claims. To learn more,
You are now live with the incredible
Who named you coming in? By who power?
Stop the music. Stop. Hold on. Slow down. What? Wait a minute. All right, let's give them a little context, folks, because these are These are your master teachers, folks. Well, these are the Sufis, all right? And they're in Russia, all right? These Circassians of the North Caucasus, all right? These are their big homies, I guess you could say, all right?
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
So now, this is where you get the crypto Jewish Babylonian jinn worship, right? Because these people, they have jinn servants, all right? And the jinn servants are servants of the jinn kings. But this is a history that is known, all right, to those who know. Now, what I want to show you is that this Russian, Slavic culture, if you will, oh, don't think it didn't make its way to America. Wait, stop the music. Stop the gangster party, all right? Respectfully. I have never in my life, all right, of being a Muslim, ever seen any type of behavior like this in the mosque. Actually, you can't even speak, all right? You're not supposed to be talking while the sermon, the khutbah, as it said, is given on Friday, all right? If I went in a mosque and saw this, I would be terrified, respectfully. No, they're not worshiping Muhammad. See, the Knights Templars don't worship Muhammad. They worship Baphomet, all right? The androgynous lord of their worlds, all right? Because in the Moorish 101s, they talk about the seven eyes of Allah, which represents the Pleiades, the seven sisters, which represents jinn to these people, all right? Now, I just want you to see, this is Russia. So when you hear people saying that the culture of Islam that we practice here in the Americas is from somewhere else, well, this isn't what we practice in America. What does this remind you of, folks? Are we having a powwow full of fezzes? Are we in Russia having a powwow with our fezzes on, folks?
look mad hurt, you know what I mean? Yo.
One-of-a-kind manuscript written by a slave has now been preserved in the Library of Congress. The Arabic language autobiography spent decades in private collections before the library acquired it in 2017. Now it has been digitized for the world to read. And Amna Nawaz reports on the manuscript's remarkable journey for our ongoing Arts and Culture series, Canvas.
Born and raised in West Africa, Omar ibn Said was 37 years old when he was kidnapped and taken to America as a slave in the 1800s.
Before I came to the Christian country, my religion was the religion of Muhammad.
His autobiography in his native language of Arabic is believed to be the only one of its kind, the original words of a Muslim American slave.
Then there came to our place a large army who killed many men and took me and brought me to the Great Sea.
His literacy and culture completely goes against, abolishes, one might say, annihilates the narrative that slaves were not capable of culture. In fact, they were persons with distinct histories, abilities, culture, and background.
Allah al-Rais has studied and translated the words of Omar ibn Said.
They sold me into the hands of the Christians, who bound me and sent me on board a great ship, and we sailed upon the Great Sea a month and a half, when we came to a place called Charleston.
He was wealthy and he was highly educated, because in his autobiography he speaks about spending 25 years studying.
Mary Jane Deeb is the chief of the African and Middle East Division at the Library of Congress, where Ibn Said's manuscript now lives.
So there was a man who's caught at the age of 37, and shipped off to South Carolina, in a country he doesn't know, among people whose language he doesn't know.
Ibn Said wrote he was sold to a, quote, small, weak, and wicked man called Johnson. After years of abuse, he fled, but was caught in North Carolina.
He is then captured and brought to a jail cell, and he begins to write on the walls of his jail cell in Arabic. So that attracted attention of pretty important people, because the man who ends up buying him and releasing him from jail was the brother of the governor of North Carolina.
Over time, Ibn Said converted to Christianity. In his 60s, he wrote his own story, but only in Arabic.
It's written in Arabic, and so his masters could not really read it at all. They could not really influence its writing. And so it was really his exact words, unfiltered by the machinery of the editorship of masters and abolitionists as others.
The Shams al-Ma'arif is probably the most famous occult book in all of the Arab and Islamic world. It is a big text, and indeed it is a kind of encyclopedia of all kinds of occult practices that have been common in the Islamic world historically. It covers everything from talismans and amulets to how to construct them, theories of the science of Arabic letters and their magical powers, magic squares, how to summon jinn, and much else. The book is attributed to the 13th century figure Ahmed al-Buni, often popularly described as a magician and as the source for much of these sciences. But when we explore this figure and the history of the text itself, we find that things are a bit different from how they are usually portrayed. Little is known about Ahmed al-Buni's life. His full name seems to have been Abul Abbas Ahmed ibn Ali ibn Yusuf al-Qurayshi al-Buni, and he probably lived from the late 12th century to the mid-13th, although his year of death is disputed, as we will see. The name, or Nisbah al-Buni, suggests that he originated from the city Buna, which is in modern-day Algeria. And the sources we have indicate the same thing, that he came from and spent most of his life in North Africa. He is primarily associated with Egypt, after all. This places him in a very interesting and significant time and place. He was a contemporary of the very famous Sufi figure Muhyiddin ibn Arabi and came from roughly the same region. Indeed, al-Buni was a Sufi, and he was known throughout his life primarily as a Sufi teacher and not as anything like a magician or something like that. Furthermore, in one of his writings, Al-Buni says that one of his own Sufi sheikhs or masters was Abdulaziz al-Mahdawi, who led a Sufi center in the city of Tunis, and who was also one of the primary masters of Ibn Arabi, further connecting the two figures. This becomes even more interesting as we find many similarities between the teachings of Ibn Arabi and Al-Buni, like the theories about the science of letters and certain cosmological and metaphysical principles. And this is important. We should look at Ahmad al-Buni as a Sufi master who came specifically from the heavily speculative Sufi culture of the Maghreb, which is Western North Africa, and Al-Andalus. This region was ripe with Sufism, but it was a Sufism that was, to generalize, more theoretical, more concerned with metaphysical and cosmological speculation on top of these spiritual practices and psychological transformations associated with Sufism, more so in the East, you could say. This is an environment that brought great mystics with a speculative, philosophical, quote-unquote, bent, like Ibn Arabi, Ibn Saba'in, Ibn Barajan, and indeed Ahmad al-Buni himself. And we do in fact find many similar ideas in these writers. Because, importantly, all sources indicate that Ahmad al-Buni later in his life became seen particularly as a great and revered Sufi teacher and master who led a group of disciples or students primarily in Cairo, Egypt. They would have performed all the practices associated with Sufism, such as dhikr, remembrance, and khalwa, spiritual retreats, and most of al-Buni's writings attest to this very strong Sufi connection and the fact that he was a spiritual master to several students. Even
claim to be a sovereign citizen and proceed to yell and spout a novel's worth of misinformation and legal-sounding snake oil, and that's just the beginning. Let's see how his TikTok legal degree serves him.
Lower all your windows, please. Lower all your windows. Lower all your windows. This is the Broward Sheriff's Office. Lower all your windows all the way down. 583, copy 1050. What is this?
Just put Belleville Park.
We're at Belleville Park. I don't have an exact address. No, not without his hands.
Put your hands out the window so we can approach and talk to you. Put both your hands out the window so we can come and talk to you. Keep your hands out. Keep your hands out. Come out.
Keep your hands up!
Okay, so go back. Wait.
Then, you need to comply with my commands. You're not complying, that's why the gun's out.
Times create their own identification. He'd soon find out just how far his legal arguments would get him.
I understand that.
I'm not letting you open my conveyance.
Okay.
Sovereign citizens often use terms like traveling, conveyance, and foreign national to form a pseudo-legal argument that they do not need a license to travel and are somehow not subject to laws requiring a driver's license to operate a vehicle. But he'd soon find out just how far his legal arguments would get him.
I understand that.
I'm not letting you open my conveyance.
Okay.
Who are you?
This is the Broward Sheriff's Office. Listen,
Look at
do
how
you have your
you're
license with
approaching
you? Do you have your license with you?
I'm a foreign national.
Are you?
He was not.
Okay, are you able to unlock your door for me, please?
I'm not unlocking my door.
Is this your information?
Sovereign citizens will also oftentimes create their own identification, including licenses, birth certificates, and passports. Some sovereign citizens have even gone so far as to print their own currency. Several details indicate that the suspect is affiliated with the Moorish sovereign citizen movement, which combines aspects of the Moorish Science Temple of America and the broader sovereign citizen movement. Moorish sovereign citizens have been known to engage in a wide range of scams and criminal activity, such as selling
Is this your information?
Sovereign citizens will also oftentimes create their own identification, including licenses, birth certificates, and passports. Some sovereign citizens have even gone so far as to print their own currency. Several details indicate that the suspect is affiliated with the Moorish sovereign citizen movement, which combines aspects of the Moorish Science Temple of America and the broader sovereign citizen movement. Moorish sovereign citizens have been known to engage in a wide range of scams and criminal activity, such as selling forged documents, tax fraud, and house squatting.
And you are being recorded.
Okay.
I fear for my life.
Okay.
I fear for my life right now. The law is on my conveyance.
Okay. You're being stopped because your tag is not a valid Florida license plate
I'm not
or any
operating
license
in commerce. I'm a foreign national. I gave you my identification.
Your name's not in it.
I gave you my identification. You want my information?
plate. Do you have a license?
You want my information?
Do you have a license issued in
the
any
law
of the
is right
50
on my
states of the United
conveyance.
States?
Something that has his name on it. Your
I
name on
just
it.
gave
I
you
didn't see
my
your name in it.
identification that has my name on it. It has my appellation on it.
There's no naming here.
It's the one I just gave you, man.
Listen, you need to unlock this door. We're going to break this window. You need to unlock this door or we're going to break this window.
I'm giving you my information.
I'm going to tell you one more time.
None of that information is valid.
You're violating international law right now.
I'm going to tell you one more time.
You're violating international law, man.
This is the last time I'm going to tell you.
You're
unlock
violating
the door or we're going to break the window. Break the window.
You're violating international law.
Break the window.
Listen, unlock the door. This is your last chance. This is your last chance to unlock the door.
I'm giving you my information.
I understand. Listen, we need a license or some sort of state ID.
I'm not operating in commerce to give you a license. I'm not operating in commerce.
Okay, do you have a passport?
License is for commercial activity.
Do you have a passport?
I don't have a passport. I have an international identification I just gave you.
Issued under who?
The 1508 states that that's a lawful identification document.
All right. One more chance.
I don't want to break your window.
Step out. Step out of the car. Out of the car. Out of the car. Let's go. Put your hands behind your back.
Yo, yeah. Your hand. The other hand. The other hand.
Give us your other hand.
Was that so hard? Why do we have to go through that, bro?
You could have easily just
complied. You could have just given us your information and that's it.
None of this would have happened.
I feel the rain. I feel the rain. I feel the rain. I feel the rain. It's raining all over me. I'm moist. I'm moist. Call and response, I said I'm moist. I'm moist. Good God, I'm moist. I'm moist. Yes, I am. Rain all over me.
Hey, but I'm Morse American, brother.
You who?
I'm a Morse American.
Oh?
I'll do your homework on Morse, brother.
Moist?
Nah, man.
A moist American is crazy.
As Muslims, we do not believe that the letters, numbers, elements, or planets have any mystical power or influence in and of themselves. As Muslims, we do not believe that the letters, numbers, elements, or planets have any mystical power or influence in and of themselves. As Muslims, we do not believe that the letters, numbers, elements, or planets have any mystical power or influence in and of themselves. Real magic is the product of demonic intervention. Any effects experienced by humans involve the agency of jinn. The following narration by a companion explains this. Zainab, the wife of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, reports that once Ibn Mas'ud saw a cord of necklace around her neck and asked, "What is it?" She replied, "It is a cord in which a spell has been placed to help me." He snatched it from her neck, broke it and said, "Surely the family of Abdullah has no need for shirk." Zainab replied, "Why are you saying this? My eye used to twitch, and when I went to so-and-so, he put a spell on it and it stopped twitching." Ibn Mas'ud said, "Verily, it was only a devil prodding it with his hand, so when you had it bewitched, he left it." All of the actions carried out by the magician are done for the sake of pleasing devils. When a magician puts time and effort into constructing such elaborate ta'weez, then it proves their subservience to the devils they are seeking the assistance of. The currency of magic is the evil act of shirk, which the magician commits when he puts his trust in the elements and planets. The greater the subservience and shirk of the magician, the more the devils will be pleased, which will increase their willingness to assist the magician in fulfilling the purpose of the amulet. One final element of ta'weez that needs to be considered are the verses of Quran and the names of Allah which are often present. Now this may appear odd at first. Why would a magician take something that is pure and holy and incorporate it into an amulet whose fundamental purpose is evil? These are included for two reasons. Firstly, to deceive Muslims by giving the amulet an air of religiosity which will encourage them to use it. Secondly, to disgrace Allah's names and the Quran by writing them using filthy substances and even modifying them to subtly subvert their meaning. Again, such evil acts please the devils and increases their willingness to assist the magician. In summary, we have seen that ta'weez epitomize kufr and shirk. Virtually every single element is designed to saturate the amulet with evil. Of all the sinful acts that mankind engages in, what is it about ta'weez that is particularly appealing to Satan? Believing that such things bestow special powers or provide protection is idolatrous, which leads one to the hellfire. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught, whoever wears an amulet has committed shirk. Furthermore, ta'weez are one of the emblems of Satan. Wearing such an item essentially marks oneself as his property, much like how one brands cattle to indicate ownership. Satan puffs up with pride when he sees the earth filled with his emblems. A companion reported, "A man said, I was riding on a mount and it stumbled, so I said, may Satan perish. The Prophet Muhammad said, do not say, may Satan perish. If you say that, he will swell with pride until he becomes as big as a house, and he says, by my might. Rather you should say, in the name of God. If you say that, Satan will shrink until he becomes as small as a fly." Now, when it comes to Judaism and Christianity, the Bible also teaches that amulets and magic are forbidden and strictly evil practices. However, the Bible falls short because it has very little of substance in terms of how one should protect oneself against demonic interference. Christians might respond by saying the New Testament states that believers can fight demons by using the name of Jesus. Actually, if one reads the scriptures carefully, it becomes apparent that this was a special gift bestowed upon specific disciples by Jesus himself. And he called to him his 12 disciples and gave them authority over unclean spirits. And he called the 12 together and gave them authority over all demons. And he called the 12 and began to send them out 2 by 2 and gave them authority over the unclean spirits. In other words, it was an authority that had to be personally granted by Jesus and is not something that every believer possesses by default. Christians will typically respond by putting forward the following passage from the Gospel of Mark. "And these signs will accompany those who believe. In my name they will cast out demons. They will speak in new tongues. They will pick up serpents with their hands. And if they drink any deadly poison, it will not hurt them. They will lay their hands on the sick and they will recover." Now this passage does clearly state that all believers can cast out demons, as well as displaying other signs such as handling snakes and withstanding deadly poison. However, the problem is that this passage is not authentic. It is a later addition according to scholars. Bruce Metzger, one of the greatest New Testament scholars of the 20th century, had this to say about the passage. The last 12 verses of the commonly received text of Mark are absent from the 2 oldest Greek manuscripts. From the Old Latin Codex Bobiensis, the Sinaitic Syriac manuscript, about 100 Armenian manuscripts, and the 2 oldest Georgian manuscripts. They are the work of an author other than the evangelist. Christian preachers throughout the world have died from venomous snake bites as a result of having misplaced faith in this passage. Let's see how Christian debaters and preachers typically react when challenged to prove the truth of this passage by drinking deadly poison.
And I have here a poison. And you please testify for the audience that you have the true faith in Jesus.
I do not recommend you drink it. I'm not going to drink it. I want to know, simple question which I would have asked, but I'll just ask it now. Is there anybody in the audience who will stand up for Jesus? Because he says if you deny him before men, he will deny you before your God. Here it is, folks. Here it is. Show me. Anybody, Bueller. Go ahead, you laugh, you're laughing at yourselves because there's not a single one of you who has the decency to admit that that's nonsense.
Sorry, just in regards to the poison, as I said, that isn't in the earliest manuscript, so the poison doesn't work, and also in regards to, but even if it was in the earliest manuscripts,
we can see that Christian debaters and preachers refuse to take on the poison challenge because deep down they know the passage is a forgery. But what about exorcisms, one might protest? Christian healers and clergy call upon Jesus to successfully ward off demons all the time. Is this not evidence in their favour? It is not proof of anything, because people of other religions also exorcise demons by invoking gods whom Christians would reject. What this shows is that the name of Jesus is not special or unique in this regard, and it therefore cannot be cited as evidence in favour of Christianity. How can we explain this phenomenon of gods from different religions all having apparent power over demons? These different religions cannot all be true because they fundamentally contradict one another. So, what is going on? The simple explanation is that this is all just a facade being perpetrated by demons in order to trick followers of those religions into believing that they are upon the truth. It doesn't matter whether you call upon Jesus or John Constantine. Demons will give the appearance that they fear these names as part of their ultimate goal of misleading mankind into committing idolatry and ending up in the hellfire. In conclusion, it's apparent that people today have been completely left in the dark by the Bible when it comes to dealing with demonic activity. It is only Islam that equips mankind with the necessary knowledge and tools to effectively protect oneself against Satan's plots. Islam is a comprehensive religion that goes into great detail about the origin of magic, how it works, as well as providing authentic supplications that one can use to call upon God in order to seek protection in all aspects of life. Here is the testimony of a Russian magician.
Очень сложно воздействовать на мусульман. Они находятся в постоянной подключке с эгрегором. У них каждый день намаз, они каждый день читают.
And tools to effectively protect oneself against Satan's plots. Islam is a comprehensive religion that goes into great detail about the origin of magic, how it works, as well as providing authentic supplications that one can use to call upon God in order to seek protection in all aspects of life. Here is the testimony of a Russian magician.
Очень сложно воздействовать на мусульман. Они находятся в постоянной подключке с эгрегором. У них каждый день намаз, они каждый день читают молитвы.
All right, because I want you to see exactly what this Russian magician has to say. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. All right, let's move this out the way. Right, we'll take the border off for a minute. Where is that? Boom. All right, so you can see what exactly is being said.
Of life. Here is the testimony of a Russian magician.
Очень сложно воздействовать на мусульман. Они находятся в постоянной подключке с эгрегором. У них каждый день намаз, они каждый день читают молитвы. Они постоянно находятся под таким, знаете, как некий купол. Воздействовать на них очень трудно. Мусульмане, как правило, неистово верят неистово отдают энергию своему эгрегору. И этот эгрегор их очень бережет. Поэтому работать, делать какие-то воздействия на истинно верующего мусульманина очень сложно.
А вот вы как это ощущаете? Вот вы нашли энергослед такого человека, да? И дальше что? Вы пытаетесь его каким-то образом притянуть, визуализировать эту нить, но у вас не получается? Или как вы это?
Она исчезает, я не могу за нее ухватиться. Мне начинает, я фокусируюсь на ней, а мне мгновенно что-то вышибает из потока. То есть вот такое прям. Или я представляю перед собой человека, какого-то четко до мелочей, и могу воздействовать на него даже на ментальном уровне. А какой-то образ у меня просто вообще не создается. Я даже вот на фотографию смотрю, создаю, а он у меня вот улетучивается. То есть я уже четко вижу, человек чем-то закрыт.
А это только с мусульманами работает?
У меня вот да.
I want you to do your research and spread truth, which is liberation. People are living lies. Our history has been completely changed in order to meet the lies of this country.
Because Stone Cold said so.
What is real? How do you define real? Real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
All right, one at a time, y'all. We got the Incredible Hulk in the building. What's up, man?
Oh, shit.